Hey, how you doing? Alright, so, you know my normal spiel. Follow me on Twitter at __ D-Bomb. And let's do this today. The name of this piece is called Like Isn't Love. Hope you feel it. Alright, so, see, we live in a day and age where saying things we feel makes you somehow a pussy or less than a man. So the lesson at hand is that honesty honestly isn't the best of plans, and the irony is that she'll probably end up with a lesser man, you know, one that won't respect her, probably a neglector, sex her, then next her, all because she fell for some line or swag he probably stole from a song excerpt. Now I'm no expert, just a nigga that fantasizes on getting good things by being real, hoping that she don't confuse it with being clingy, but rather, damn, finally a real fucking man who can tell me how he feels. But see, she let that go for cheap thrills, so your emotions start to build, and her anger starts to build all over this infatuation on the both of you playing the field and do what you want. But she let that bad boy image get to her, and hate sleeping alone, but might as well, because homeboy laying there ain't saying shit to her. See, they both think about other names. She thinking about James, and he thinking about Chantel. And they both know they lying, but to protect themselves from feeling dumb, they talk to their homies like, I don't know, I can't tell. And this is where reason is no longer where the voice is, and these arguments are pointless, that full of hot air with no altitude, and her attitude has baffled you. And that's the reason when you realize that the ones you like the most might be the one that's bad for you. Or that feeling of, don't mean to be paranoid, but see, I've been there before and do anything to avoid it. Realizing that it's annoying, and this song you sing it ain't got no jingle, and yeah, you both single, so it's hard to press a situation when the other person fails to recognize the wrinkles. So forgive me for trying too hard for your heart. These gestures was only intentions to impress you, not to stress you. See, most of these other brothers wouldn't tell you that you're special, and that's their word, but that's where we differ. Because I done lost some by not telling them how I feel. My pride would lie, so when they ask if I like them, I'm like, I'm chilling. All because the movies we watch and the music we listen to tells us that we ain't supposed to show no feelings. It's always forget that hoe, forget that nigga, don't trust that bitch. And I be like, where did that come from? Because bet if you seek back about 2 tracks on that same CD, you'll probably hear a love song. That's why I don't let these artists inspire me. I use my own lifestyle to pin my ways. So I find it pitiful that being hypocritical is not only acceptable, but seems to be in these days. See, everybody got advice for you like, this is what you should do, even if it's hard to swallow. But bet if you place them in that same situation, that advice they just gave you, they wouldn't follow. That's why I don't listen to the absurd word of these nerds, and when they see you fucked over like some pervs, you know, the ones that got all the advice in the world, but when it come down to it, they all talk and no verbs. That's action. Back to that in a minute. See, I read a link the other day that said Jay-Z made $63 million at the end of 2010 and only gave $6,000 to his charity. Didn't even need to click that link because I needed no further clarity. Jay-Z made $63 million, gave $6,000, so that's $62 million, $4,000, and the 63 accumulative. That's what the rumor is. But I wanted to find a reporter like, hey, Jay-Z gave $6,000 to his own charity. Where's yours and how much did you give? See, we so focused on celebrity status, these tabloids has us thinking that we have the same issues that celebrities have. We should focus more on our own career, get our money and give it back to our moms instead of mentioning our favorite celebrities on Twitter. Like, what's the chances they'll actually respond? And then niggas always talk about, I want a real job. And I be like, okay. So you got a uniform, a boss, you punch in, you punch out, and every week or other week you get a check paid for by the business. So nigga, if that ain't a real job, then what the fuck is this? See, they say it's only cops and teachers and firefighters and doctors. That's what the pros say. But what about the truck drivers that plow the streets in the winter to make sure that the roads safe? Don't get me wrong, these are all great jobs, but I too can find flaws in them all. The cops that sit parked in the dark, talking about case files like a couple of nerdy guys. 3 a.m. waiting for a car to come swerving by. Meanwhile, across town, somebody getting robbed, and they trying to catch me doing 40 or 35. Or the teachers that ask you what you want to be and intend to disagree if that career doesn't involve a degree. When chances are these rappers or musicians make more than these teachers that can probably pay for their tuition, but they say you want to be a rapper or a baller and assume that's bad news. So you're supposed to aim high and dream big, but ain't gonna be no dreaming in the classroom. But I agree too. Way too many people rapping. That shit got me bugging too. Cause it used to be, oh you rap, spit something. Nah, so you rap? Well shit, so was my cousin too. And that nigga hella dope. That nigga got hella flow. Y'all should collab till I pop his shit in and be like, yeah, that'd be a no. See, they say They say he dope because he speak that real shit. And I be like, so? That don't mean he can flow. And they say this is the music we need to ride to. This here is just for my station. Be the same ignorant niggas who figure being real in your record and a lack of talent is some type of justification. So I'm arguing with my brothers, these dumb motherfuckers who figure showing feelings is for suckers. So I hit them with that double whammy like Adele's whole album was about feelings. And I got her 6 Grammys. So rap is rhythm and poetry. And one without the other, you sound stupid. Allow for me to prove it. My name is Darius, been rapping ever since I was 12. MC Shan's Girl Left Me Lonely remix is the first song that I wrote. LL Cool J's I'm Bad inspired me to rap. See? All that rhythm with no poetry, that shit don't match. I'm just trying to make sure that my family be well, and I sort of wish that these haters would be ill. So before I get off of here today, allow me to double back to the females. See, some of your justice can come across as an attachment or being clingy, and they hate it, but down the road, when she thinks she found the one that treats her like she's just another one, bet she'll start to miss me. So I'll look over like, nah, I ain't mad. Never really been good at math, but recognize that you equal my better half, and these so-called pimps try to do their math and get their cheese, but pleasing you is my craft. So when I tell you I like you, it's genuine. And I know the brothers holler at you when you at that gym you in, but I pray that you're working out for you and not me, because I truthfully like you for the skin you in. And don't mean to get ahead of you on your busy schedule, just hoping you can pin me in, because we like a lady in the streets, put a freak in the bed, and she like a gentleman, but in the sheets don't want no gentleman. So don't worry about if I like you too much, or let that playgirl image hype you up, putting your heart on such a high pedestal, and I'm still the only man that's willing to hike it up. Could two say that I like somebody else, just that you're a suitable replacement like an Oxford. Be that moment when you realize you really like one of your best friends, but can't let them know because you're scared it might make things awkward. And love when we converse and realize we're not going to talk every single day. I just ask that whenever we do speak, it's not always me that says, hey, and like these slight insecurities and overthinking made me forget logic over reason. So it's easy for me to say sorry and you to say okay, but it's harder for you to believe it. And the more I try to reassure you, the more your annoyance grows further, causing murder to a relationship I was trying to fix, but it was already perfect. Now I say relationship, I'm not necessarily talking steady flow. Understand that's something you're not ready for. Just ask that if you like me, then you like me. And if you don't, then let me know. Or let me go. But keeping me waiting like cliffhangers puts the relationship in danger. And those fun times get erased, so you left hanging with a stranger. But I seem to never mind. So many things I want to say and figure never mind. Like my homies say, man, you flirting with your girl? And I'm like, nah, she was never mine. So when I say I like you, it's just like it isn't love. Those random times when I show up with a gift on no specific day for no specific reason other than just because. So the next time I say I like you, it's just to push a smile on that face. It's when I stop telling you I like you is when you should push me away. Thank you.